students, this is another fine motor video that we hope that you could do at home to help your children use their various grasps and to build fine motor skills. You can, if we have beads, we have various colored beads. If you don't have these at home, just use pasta, you know, just to keep those skills up. You can just use pasta.
Or kidney beans.
Or kidney beans, but you can't really string kidney beans, but you can use the grasps. So the first thing I would do is have your child just pick up with the pincer grasp and just, if you have little plates, you can put them in.
You want to do both hands?
Yes, and you can use your other hand too. Make sure they use both hands. You can cross the body. It's called cross the midline. It helps them get even more coordinated. The second thing we can do is the same thing, but we grab a whole bunch in our hand like this, and instead of pouring them all in, you have to bring one at a time into a pincer grasp and just put them in like this without dropping the other ones. See how your 3 fingers are holding the rest of the beads? You just try to bring up one at a time and just place. It's okay if you drop them. You're just practicing. Okay, now the next thing we would suggest is to start sorting. Have only the color that you want in that plate. So, and you do the same thing. You could just use the pincer grasp, and then you would be more complicated and grab a whole bunch. And just whatever color pops up, you have to figure out by holding on to the rest. Oh, green belongs here in the green bin. Oh, the red came up, so we have to sort with the red. And you keep doing that until you're done.
You can make little cups like this with the actual colors on them, so they can sort using cups, or you can use like a muffin tin or something like this.
If you know, I'm sure you have baking stuff that has little containers, or your egg carton, you could use an empty egg carton and make your own things. The next is you can start lacing. You can use a pipe cleaner, which is, I would suggest first for your child who still needs more practice in coordination. Then you can go into a shoelace, make sure you tie a knot at the end so that they don't fall.
And to make it harder, they can follow a pattern that you make for them, like this pattern, blue, red, blue, and they have to copy it. Put the blue in first, then the
then
red.
the patterns you can make endless and make it harder and harder. You can. This is just 2 colors, but you can make it with 3 colors, 4 colors, depending on how your child is doing. And then we just want to show you some other things. If you have any kind of tongs, and you can pick them up with the tongs and place and sort. She's using a tweezer, and this is actually
strawberry color.
And it just takes more effort and more strength and more coordination to do it this way.
And this is a different tweezer.
Yes.
Kind of like simulating scissor skills almost.
Yes, and that's harder. And then you can get very creative, and we have these little animal toys that we had collected. And maybe you have little tiny beads, or you have, I mean, not beads, but blocks, or little animals.
Little Legos also.
Little
Small
Legos.
you can use and have them pick it up with tongs in the house.
Yes. And you can tell them, oh, well, let's pick up the zebra and put it in. You can use all kinds of language skills and give them directions. Hope this was beneficial. And also, I use nuts and bolts. If you have nuts and bolts in the house, you just have them, put them on, and look at the skills that you need. One, she's rotating her hand, and the other hand she's using to stabilize the nut and turn the bolt, and you can switch hands, and so many fine motor skills will be developed if you do this. Thank you, parents, for watching. Hope this was helpful. Bye.